This is your daily dose of all things royal.
All right, one or two more. Yes, ma'am.
In his remarks at the Munich Security Conference, Vice President Vance condemned free speech violations in the UK, particularly. Could you respond? What is your message?
I have an idea. We have the man right here. Come on. Let's go, JD. We're putting you on stage.
Great. Yeah, look, I said what I said, which is that we do have, of course, a special relationship with our friends in the UK and also with some of our European allies. But we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British. Of course, what the British do in their own country is up to them, but also affect American technology companies and by extension American citizens. So that is something that we'll talk about today at lunch.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time. Well, no, I mean, certainly we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely right. But in relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
Earlier this week, 2 police officers paid a visit to a grandmother, Helen Jones, simply for criticising Labour politicians on social media.
You have been committed for sentence, having pleaded guilty to an offence of publishing written material which is threatening, abusive or insulting.
So I'm actually being arrested.
You're going to be arrested, okay?
Right.
Take you up to the police station.
Right.
You, okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time.
A British man was arrested early in the morning after expressing his views on social media regarding the display of Palestinian flags in the United Kingdom.
Are you praying? I might be praying in my head. So I'll ask you once more, will you voluntarily come with us now to the police station for me to ask you some questions about today and other days where there are allegations that you've broken public spaces protection?
If I've got a choice, then no.
Okay, well then you're under arrest on suspicion of failing to comply with the public spaces protection order.
If you preach in here, it also depends on what you say, because you might be committing criminal offences as well.
Okay, for example, give us an example.
Any homophobic comments? Yeah. So if you make a members of the public harassment, alarm, distress, it's a criminal offence.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
So that's what we're not really doing that. What we're doing is about preaching our religion.
You're going to provide me with the details, yes or no?
What details are you requesting?
I need your name and your address.
Okay, so can you explain to me why do you need these details?
Pardon?
Can you explain to me? Because I don't understand why.
Okay, currently there's allegation.
Okay.
It's an offence.
So what allegation was it, sir?
Hate crime.
Hate crime.
Section public order offence.
So what was said to cause the hate crime, sir?
Homophobic behaviour.
Give me an example, sir. Give me an example.
I've not heard anything. I'm not saying I've heard anything. Okay. Someone's called us, okay? It might be completely untrue. It might be true. I do not know. If you don't give me your name and address, I have grounds to arrest you. Google it. It's code of practice, okay?
I'm aware of that.
I can arrest you.
I know. That's fine. I appreciate that.
Can I confirm you're aware of the allegation now that's been made?
Now, I'm still not aware. That's why I want to ask you some questions, yeah?
So, what aren't you sure of? I can see you smiling, so I think you're finding this a bit of a joke.
I'm smiling because I'm a friendly person.
I'm going to ask you one last time, otherwise you're going to be placed under arrest. So, I'm going to ask you for the final time, sir. I'm not asking anymore.
Excuse me.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time. Well, no, I mean, certainly we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely right.
Shared intelligence, wider deployment of facial recognition technology, and preventative action, criminal behaviour orders to restrict their movements before they can even board a train, in just the same way that we do with football hooligans. And let me also say to large social media companies and those who run them, violent disorder clearly whipped up online, that is also a crime. It's happening on your premises, and the law must be upheld everywhere.
But in relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
Talk about Peter Lynch. He's the 61-year-old father of 4, a granddad, apparently a devoted family man. As far as we can work out, never had a criminal record. But he did go to Rotherham to, in a way, participate in that reprehensible riot there. He was outside that hotel where the migrants were. Now, his crime was this. He shouted nasty words at the police, called them racists and called them scum, and he held up an incomprehensible placard covered in conspiracy theories. That was his crime.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time.
Over 400 people now have been arrested, 100 have been charged, some in relation to online activity, and a number of them are already in court. And I'm now expecting substantive sentencing before the end of this week. That should send a very powerful message to anybody involved, either directly or online.
In relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
I fear for Tommy, and as a priest, I'm very guarded around what I say, because I minister as a priest, and there's certain things that I can't say. But we've got to fix these political prisoners. It's wrong.
But we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British. Of course, what the British do in their own country is up to them, but also affect American technology companies and, by extension, American citizens. So that is something that we'll talk about today at lunch.
Okay, I'm very proud of our history there.
Such a fraud.